Hello gamers and welcome back to Auto-TerraFirmaCraft. This is episode 9 and behind us here, this is what we managed to achieve last episode. We built this rather incredible tree farm, and this tree farm in turn converts the logs that it collects into charcoal, and it does it very efficiently. As you can see, there's tons of trees growing right now. They're in a growing wave and loads are being planted. We're close to, I would say, 50% total tree coverage of this farm. And in a second, we're going to get to see this come on in and deposit its things and do its thing once again. We are building up a pretty nice selection already. I've already taken out 2 stacks out of here, so it is producing really rather quickly. And there's some adaptations we're going to want to make to this today as well to give us wood as well as charcoal. But here we go. Out comes all of the wood, drops onto the belt, all goes into here. I haven't checked the sticks actually. Not overflowing yet. That's good. The logs, they get burned. They get burned into ash, and then the ash will come up here. It gets washed, and 20% chance of turning into charcoal, and it'll end up in there. So that's absolutely fantastic. Working brilliantly. It's just plugging away in the background. You can see it's already chopping down the next round of trees here, planting more as it goes. Such a really, really great farm. So today, yes, as I mentioned, we're going to extend this a little bit. We're going to make some minor adaptations because we want to split the output of this. Now we've got a good critical mass of charcoal to get us going. We can split the logs and the charcoal in 2, and so we don't ever have to go down chopping trees again, which would be great. And we can control how much of that we get in the future. The other thing I really wanted to make sure we do today is drill. So we have been out mining, and we need to go out mining again because we are getting low on some ores. We're a little low on copper, and iron we're totally out because I just made a whole bunch more wrought iron ingots. There they are. I'm in the process of getting some other materials ready, so we're making a whole bunch of magma blocks here because we're going to make some igneous alloy out of that. They should all turn. There we go. Let's make sure that's stoked and getting hot. What else have we done in between episodes? We did some animal stuff. We found a female duck. Check it out. And she has eggs. I've given her an egg basket here, but they don't seem to be using it. I may need to take them off the leads. We'll figure that out soon enough. The crops have been going great. The apples are coming in soon. We've had some berries from the berry bushes. The pigs are still breeding like crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of those. We're going to start harvesting those for meat soon this season, I think. And yes, we have a fertilized cow. 5 months, 6 days till we get another cow. And I put a roof on the building. Well, another floor. We've got stairs going up now. I put lightning rods on for the time being, just in temporary locations, because it kept setting on fire. And we have an empty second floor, so we can think about building up the walls, putting in another level if we wanted. And yeah, we have stair access up and down between everything now, which is fantastic. So yeah, it's got a little distracted there, but yeah, the other main objective for today is actually going to be drilling. I want to be able to get a drilling machine that we can pick up and take anywhere in the world with us so that we can get the ores that we want. Because mining for ores manually takes so long, as does finding them, and there's tons of materials that we just can't find. Some of them are too deep in the world, and we can do some sort of exploratory mining in places where, you know, we just don't get any readings, or we get a reading and we can't find a vein. So that's the objective for today. Oh, I made this too. This is a grill. So this is thinking ahead to when we're going to have our ham, our pork. We need somewhere to be able to cook it more efficiently. Another pro tip I received from the comments recently is about crushing my ores. So I have been holding off doing this because I don't have a crucible, I don't have kaolinite, and I can't make a crucible. But I have learned and have already done a quick test proving that it does work, that I need a fire starter before I do anything. I've also moved, I'm going to make a big chimney up here basically because I'm moving my charcoal pits upstairs, so they're sort of part of the house. They're going to be up here. They need sky access, so this will just be like a little chimney turret thing up here. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but that's what it's going to be. So let's get some fuel in here. Let's light this guy. I already did a quick test in here with this. So we've got 1,000 millibuckets of brass in there already, which is great. And I need an empty vessel. Hang on. Okay, empty vessel in. Then what you can basically do is just start bunging all of your crushed ore straight in the charcoal forge. This vessel will pick it up, and then you can reheat this as well. So we can actually do that with this. Let's start to heat up the vessel with the solid brass already in it. It's sort of double heating, but this is a much simpler way of managing it, and I think we get more ore at the end of it as a result. So we're going to cook all of this. This all adds up to 3,000. It should fill up this jug. So these will all just melt straight into there. There we go, copper, solid. So we just keep doing that. Add all the copper. We'll end up with 2,700 of copper. Add in the 300 zinc. That's the 10%. And bang, we're going to get brass. 3,000 brass. I think you end up with more actual ore this way, but it's also just way simpler to manage because I don't have to worry about all of the different samples of different sizes and how many millibuckets from each. This is just every single piece is 100. It just makes the math a lot easier, and I will not as easily get into the situation where I'm making unknowns, and I can always just keep topping this up and correct any mistakes as I go. I love this. There goes the last of my copper, so we're going to end up with 2,700 and then stick in our zinc. Bingo, brass, fantastic, let's get that hot. Cool, so our first 1,000 millibuckets of brass is molten. Let's start getting it out of there. We're also going to need a bunch more of these ingot molds, so we're going to fire a load while we've got this on the go. Let's just make loads and loads of them. Got a second billows, so we can get our second charcoal pit on the go. Oh, you're not going to believe this. My nice new charcoal pit station at the top here. I thought I'd put a chest here. I just made several stacks of ingot molds, and there was a whole bunch of charcoal in this chest as well. And I was just here doing my thing, making these ingots, you know, not really paying attention. I turn around and the floor's on fire and the chest is gone. The chest burned and all the contents disappeared. Lesson learned. This is why we have this charcoal pit out of the way of everything else, especially my house mostly made of wood. So we're going to keep that up there, and we're going to have to find another way to store our stuff. Well, doing all that kept us really busy, and just look at how many saplings I've planted. There's roughly just over a quarter left that isn't planted at this time, which is great. It won't be long until that's full, and I imagine... Yep, we've got a good amount of charcoal in there, so we'll just store that in there for the time being, seeing as our chest of charcoal just burned. It's a good thing this is infinitely renewable now. So, yeah, I think the next thing we're going to focus on is separating out the logs and into two tracts, and one of them will burn, the other one will store. Okay, so we've moved all of our ingots up here, and we've got a fair old stack of stuff now. We've got black bronze and copper, gold. Our brass is pretty tall now. What have we got there? 59 and 55 wrought iron ingots. That should keep us going for, I hope, everything we've got to do today, at least. So I'm going to slowly start moving a few more things inside, eventually all of my storage as well, and we're going to do everything inside the house. I also really want to move everything up. I don't want this stuff in the basement. I specifically don't want this in the basement. So I've already moved a couple of bits of power upstairs with some gearboxes and shafts, and I put in this washing station. I forget what it is I needed to wash. Oh, it's the bread, of course. Yeah, when I grind the grain down in here, and you need to wet the dough, and it was taking forever using a bucket. So you just throw it all here, and the dough turns into dough balls, and then you can bake it. So that works really well. Yeah, so I want to put mixer and stuff up here. So I'm going to reroute the power. I'll probably move all of this. Over time, we're slowly going to just get everything indoors and not use this weird outside area. And I'll let my ducks off the lead, and they seem to be staying put. And look at this, we have our first egg. Amazing. I'll figure out how to cook with that later, but yeah, as far as I know, these don't go off. There's no expiry date. Oh, more run through. Great. Need a quick check on the trees. Oh, the apples are coming already. What time of year is it? It is October the 1st. Okay, they come late summer, so they're already starting to pop in. We're going to start harvesting those, and oh my god, we got olives too already. So for our little project to split the farm in two, we're going to need these brass tunnels, which are brass ingots and kelp. Okay, okay. Okay, so we're going to need two of these. Fantastic. Okay, we're just going to YOLO this one in survival. So I'm going to want to extend this belt out to here. We're going to want to get rid of this glass. Okay, so actually let's extend this belt a little longer to here, because we want this to turn a corner and go this way. We're going to need to get power from underneath here, I think. Okay, so there is power there, like so. Gearbox coming out this way. We've actually got to shrink this, move this bolt over to there. And we've got to get power here. So, like so, like so, like so. Haha! Check it out. That's really cool. Okay, so we've got power here and here. We're moving logs, right? And we can't store logs in chests. So we're going to need some of these, some saws, because you saw a log and it turns into a stripped log. And you saw the stripped log and it turns into the lumber. And it's the lumber we want and that we can store. So we're going to need two saws. Let's make those. Okay, so we just extended this now. So the first belt goes into a saw, which goes into a second belt, which goes into a saw. And it's all powered off of here, which is powered off of there. That looks good. So let's chuck on some logs, see what happens. Make sure everything goes in the right direction. Yes, stripped logs. Lumber. Amazing. All right, well now we can store that. So let's put in a chute, let's put in a chest. Like that. And we're going to bring some dirt over and make this look less stupid. But before we do, we can put in the tunnels, right? That's what they're called, tunnels. The tunnels are going to go right here. Like so, and like so. And distribution method, split. Just split. So anything that comes in here now will come out in both. And perfect timing. We get an opportunity to see this in action, because when this gets around after cutting down these trees, we'll see some logs come through and we should get an even split between here. Half will go into here and the other half will go over there. Here it comes. Kissy kissy. Out come the... Oh. Silly me. I put these in the wrong place, didn't I? That should do it. Split. Alright, we'll just simulate this. So we're going to put these 16 logs in here. Like so. They get split. Half go over there, half go over here. Amazing. It's doing its thing. Now we're getting charcoal and lumber at the same time. I think what I'm going to do actually is put in a vault here. And then a chest, because this is going to fill up real quick. Yeah, this is filling up really quick, which is good. It is good. I'm thinking, is there a different way to do this? Maybe I can split it up even further, like into thirds. Maybe we keep logs on hand. Sometimes we need logs. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now we've put a third tunnel in. on a little belt that's going to go off here, straight into a chute and straight into a vault. So now this should go 3 ways. Look at that. So we've got charcoal being made, we've got lumber being made, and over here we should have this vault being filled up with logs. Amazing. Now we just need a way to get stuff out of this vault. We can't pull it out into a chest. I think there's a chute that we can power this with a switch. Yeah, we can't put a switch on this. There's a different type of chute. Let's go and look into that. Smart chute. Ooh, 2 brass mechanisms and a chute. That's expensive. I've got 1 brass mechanism. Gonna need more of these, aren't I? Okay, 1 smart chute. Awesome. Oh boy, it's flooding out. Switch. There we go. Okay, so we can put the logs back on this belt, which will get them back in that vault. So they're all in there, and if we want logs, there we go. Good. Okay, so now we've got a way of getting logs, lumber, and charcoal all out of one little farm with very little modification needed there, and it's turned out rather smart. And this thing just keeps pumping away. We've got more and more trees planted, more and more trees coming down all the time. These are all growing in a couple of days. Things are looking fantastic. You know what? I think I actually hate the charcoal forges up here. I think what I'm going to do is rebuild them into this corner over here. So everything's sort of in one place. Having to go up and down the stairs to get to it is a pain. And we'll still build the chimney concept up in the corner here, but we will do it in a slightly different way. Okay, crops harvested, apart from the things I'm leaving to over mature. Checking in on my ducks. They've gone. Where are they? I think they've gone, guys. Maybe something ate them? No. Oh, I should have built them a little pen or something. Well, maybe they'll return. But I'm really disappointed. Ooh, we've got gooseberries. I think before I get into the next thing, I'm just going to fix this. This is just going to drive me nuts. Oh, that is much better. So we've got 2 charcoal forges, 2 charcoal forges, and a chimney on the ground floor. This is much better. I'm going to put all my storage down here, I decided. I'm probably going to rearrange some of this stuff, but this makes a lot more sense. We've got like a dedicated forgy area. We've got our anvils here, and I'm going to move all the ingots back downstairs. This will be a chimney going up along the outside, and we'll have probably just continue this wall along here, so it's not something we fall down. And this different type of brick here, this dacite, distinguishes that part of the building as being different. Check it out, it's my duck. Dude, where did you go? That's the female duck, okay. They are alive, that is a good thing. Let's get my seeds, let's see if we can attract them back. Yeah, you stay there. I'm gonna get a lead again. No sign of the other duck at all. Unfortunately, that's a pain. Maybe we'll just turn up again if we're lucky. Another little quality of life improvement is I'm going to want some water, and I'm going to want it right next to the smelting setup. So this little drain I just created, it's going to carry water all the way from that level into the house. It's going to go in here, and it's going to pop out right there. And then when we get hot things, we can just throw them there, cool them down real quick. Nice. Put some fuel inside. We've got nearly a whole small chest of charcoal. That's looking fantastic. Here comes our water. Splash. Amazing. Something else I realized is obviously we've been using hickory for this tree farm. Now we're collecting logs in different ways. It would probably be good to have different types of wood, different types of log, different types of lumber. That's filling up nice and quick. So what I've done is I've got a bunch of other saplings here. We're going to pause the machine for a minute when it's just past its start position. Ka-ching. And we're going to put in some other tree types. We're going to achieve that just by changing the filters here. So these deployers are only going to be planting hickory right now. So we're going to change that for chestnut and rosewood. We've also got saplings that grow in this area. And as it chops down the next hickory tree in its place in these spots, it's going to plant these other tree types instead, and slowly but surely populate the whole thing with different tree types. So I'm going to sort of evenly split this into thirds for the 3 different trees. So it's already planting the first sapling, and 6-7 days? What the heck? Rosewood and chestnut seem to take a lot less time to grow than the hickory. That's interesting. The hickory takes a month. Oh my goodness, that's a quarter of the time. We are going to get some serious output out of this farm, if that's true. I didn't even realize. Wow, we should have used these trees from the outset. We've just quadrupled the productivity of this farm. We're gonna need a bigger boat, guys. We're gonna need more storage if we're gonna have a hope of processing all of this stuff. You're also gonna want a way to separate out the different tree types, so we don't want everything, all the lumber and all the logs, just in one big pool. Because we need to be able to select the specific material type we want to extract from this farm. Okay, made a few more volts. It's not enough, is it? Last one of these, make into a sheet. Okay, now we have all our sheets. We've got the chests on us, we do. Bolts. Bolts. Oh, and a spare. Great. Okay, I've been trying for ages. I've been trying to place more volts, like next to this one. But ultimately they all just connect. Even if you crouch, do whatever you do, change the orientation, can't do it. They'll always connect. So what I think I'm better off doing is that anyway, and then using the smart chutes with a filter to take out what I need, I think. Whoa! No, 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 my house is burning down. No, 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 no. This is not good. Okay, we need to do something about that. I think the trapdoor caught on fire, which spread to the wood. Because we weren't having problems before. I'm just going to put these across here and see if those ever set on fire. They'll burn in isolation to anything else. A duck. No, 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 duck. Oh. I don't believe it. My male duck just wandered right over and fell into the damn burning part. Now there's just a piece of duck. Cooked duck. Flying around inside my machine. I don't believe it. So after a bit more back and forth and a bit more volt making and smart chute making, I think we've got a solution here that's going to work really well for us. So let's take a little look-see. We got some big old vaults now in place for storage of the logs and the lumber. And still the same thing over here for the charcoal, which is building back up since I emptied it. And yeah, here we have the lumber. So we have the rosewood, hickory and chestnut. We have these smart chutes with the filters on for the different types. And we haven't harvested any yet, but when we do, of the other types, they'll all filter through in the same way the hickory has done there. We can help ourselves to whatever we need. And then we have the logs. So yeah, the logs all come into here. As you can see, there's a couple of different types already. And when we want the ones that we want to extract, these smart chutes have got filters on them and they're powered by default. So we just flick this for however many stacks we want. So we've got 4 stacks of hickory logs just there. That's fantastic. That's absolutely awesome. And the smart chutes were the way to go. I think setting up separate funnels going into separate vaults was just a bit overcomplicated. Hopefully this has enough capacity to do what we need. And the planting is going well up here, so yeah, soon enough we shall chop down the remaining hickory trees and all of the rosewood and chestnut saplings we planted. Like here we go, only a day left on these, 2 days on these. They're going to start growing real soon and start propagating themselves in these new rows that we have defined for the farm. And on the back of this guy, I extended the storage now because we're going to be getting a lot more logs growing a lot more quickly. So this was already kind of getting to capacity. Look, this is not even all the way around on this revolution, and it's only with hickory right now. It's already picking up absolutely loads of stuff. I do need to come in here occasionally and pull out stuff like these fallen leaves because, they'll just clog up the system, but they don't accumulate too much. And in no time at all, we'll have all of our new woods flowing through, have logs, lumber, and charcoal all coming out of this thing in droves. Okay, now this I consider to be complete. This is the ultimate wood farm, at least for now, with the materials we've got to hand. We're even taking the sticks and making bunches and bundles over there, which we can use for cooking. We're going to stack them back over there later. So this is awesome. Really, really awesome. And we've got to stop fiddling with the tree farm now. Let's move on to the drills. So, portable drilling machine. The drilling part, I'm pretty aware of what we've got to do. We've got to make a whole load of drills. That's the easy bit. Hard bit is the portable part. So, as far as I'm aware, there's this thing called a cart assembler, which is here. We're going to need redstone to make it, which we don't have any of. This is the thing that enables us to pick stuff up and move it in the world. Then we're going to need to make carts, which is expensive, but doable. Yeah, this. Getting redstone, difficult. How do we get redstone? Redstone we get from crushing. And this can only be done in the crushing wheel, I believe. We can get it from cryolite, which we also don't have. Or cinnabar, which we also don't have. So this looks like the way forwards. Red sand. Red sand is much more attainable. We just got to make some of these crushing wheels. Crushing wheels are going to be this. It's these automated mechanical crafters. The materials aren't a problem, but we're going to need 5, 10, 15, and 621 of these, which means a lot of brass casing. That's doable. Yep. Okay, so we need 21 of those. That's 11 brass casings, 11 brass ingots. Yes, very doable. So we're going to get that on the go. And the other thing, and then we're going to need, with these cart assemblers, like in order for it to be assembled and moved as one, the whole thing's got to be glued together. And we can't just use the glue we've got. We've got to use super glue for this. And super glue requires tin. Tin is just something we haven't found yet, I believe. Tin comes from cassiterite, and I believe we found some of that before. Yeah, here we go. Not too far from home, actually. Okay, so we're going to head up there. We've got our mining box ready to go. We're going to head over there and see if we can find some. So this is the spot, and my triangulation tells me this is the place to dig. There's little bits of it on the ground, and our large sample is over here. And, topaz and cassiterite. Excellent. Okay. Not too far down at all. Okay, it's a tidy little vein down here, actually. So we've got a good starter amount to get us going. I can't mine this stuff yet. I need to find out if it's useful and what tools I need to get it. Now, I've got to figure out how to get out of here. Okay, back home, and we've crushed some ore. We have plenty to get on with here, so we're going to start heating this up. I haven't tried this before. I'm just going to try putting the ore straight into a mold rather than into a vessel, because we're not mixing. Yeah, that works. Okay, that gave us 32, 42, 44 ingots. We're going to need a sheet, which means we're going to need to stick 2 of these together. Okay, can weld. tin sheets. Okay, nice and easy. Tin sheet. And then we need our glue. And now we can make super glue. Hooray! Ooh, I'm really glad I installed these. They have saved my house many a time. Ooh. Oh yeah. Nice, now we have a pile of tin ingots ready for mixing in whatever way we might need in the future. Cogs, 11. Boom. Brass casing. Need logs, need 11 logs. Okay, let me just take the brass like this, I assume. Yep. Nice. And now, crafters, 11 of everything. 22. Awesome. Now this is going to need power. So I've got power down here already. If I can get power over here, maybe this area, it's big enough if I move this ladder and all these doors. Sorry, Monsters Inc. No more dreams for you. With these things, I gotta remember, you gotta connect them. When you place them, they don't connect. Okay, so it's all one big thing. Okay, so direction of travel for all of these things. Okay, stone in the middle. Stone went up there. Okay, it looks like we've got to do this in a certain order. Nope. That's that. Wood, stone in the center. That looks right. Okay. Let's get our cog. Let's watch it do its thing. This is probably going to be slow. Yes, it's going to be slow. It hasn't got many stress units, but it's going to work. Okay. That was something else. That was pretty impressive to see. We've got two of these things. That's incredible. Now we need to find a place to put these. I'm guessing we probably won't need this again. Unless we're going to have multiple crushing wheel stations. I don't think that's going to happen. So these are going to be useful elsewhere, I imagine. So we'll probably just take all of this back. I wonder if we can get them working right there. Okay, I'm thinking we could do this, but I'm not certain that's going to work because they've got to go in opposite directions, haven't they? So will this work? Do this, and then do this. Put a small cog on here. Put the big cog right here. Then we power that. And they should go in opposite directions. Gearbox here. Boom. They're going opposite directions, but they're also both going the wrong direction. Okay? Do this and this. This is looking good. This is looking real good. We have a little bit of red sand. I'm hoping we can harvest a bit more locally. So let's figure this out. How do we... Can I just throw it in? Yep. Okay. It's doing its thing. It's grinding, it's grinding, it's grinding. Are we going to get any redstone? We didn't get any redstone. What are the odds of getting redstone? 20%. Okay. It's disappointing we didn't get any, but I think what we also need is a chute and a chest. So we collect the items there. We have a chest that goes there. Let's make it a double, and then above. We're going to accidentally crush a bit of the floor. We put a chute here. And a chest here. Okay, right, good. We have an input and an output. We can make this go faster too. We probably should, right? Okay, so crazy cog work. And now we're cooking with gas. Yes. We scaled up the stress units though, but I think that should be fine. We seem to be able to handle it. Right, let's put some of this stuff away and go gather some red sand. I thought I was recording, but I was not. But we dumped in a whole bunch of red sand and a little bit of this brown sand as well, just to see what it's gonna do. And I accidentally stripped that. I'll have to undo that. We should, yes. This is our first redstone in the game. New recipes unlocked. This is gonna make this possible. Logs and alloy. Can do. Here we go. Cart assembler. Look how many we can make. We just need one for now. Let's not get greedy. This is interesting. If we grind yellow sand, we can get glowstone dust. If we have glowstone dust, we can make everlasting torches. That's a game changer. So I just put in and I collected a whole bunch of yellow sand. Let's see what we get out of this. Okay, I think it's done. 49. How many everlasting torches is that going to get us? Okay, so we get 2 for each of those. 24 everlasting torches. Oh my goodness. This is going to be an absolute game changer. We don't have to run around our world lighting everything up anymore. Actually, quick test. If I use an everlasting torch on a carved pumpkin, you can't. Okay. Ah, amazing. No more lighting up with my environment, my hand every couple of days. It is going to stay lit eternally. That was worth it. We're gonna make a lot more glowstone because they are super useful. Now I'm getting a little better with the cog work and stuff. I have moved all of my machines around. So these are all just sort of in the middle of the room before. And earlier on this episode, in fact, I did all this crazy cog work outside here to speed this up because I was taking the power from here from a slow source. And what I've done instead is just re-engineer the whole thing to simplify it right down. So we've redone this cog work here. So we've got faster speed from the source going to over there and putting it in these various other places along here. I have taken the mixer as well. 1,500, 1,700. Yeah, we should have capacity spare. I added a few more sails just to make sure on the windmill. But we've got the mixer to put back in somewhere. So that's what I'm going to figure out next. Where to put the mixer. And from there... in fact, we can probably do it off of this, can't we? Let's put in a cog right here. Like so. Okay, so now we've got the mixer on board as well. Everything's up here, everything's running without overstressing the system. This is not maximum speed, but it's one step away from, I believe. Everything should be working. The last thing to test is what would happen if we put something in here. Is that going to overstress it? I don't think it will. I think we're looking good and everything is nice and simple as a result. This zombie just came at me and I took him out. He was wearing boots. We got boots. Haha, sweet. Oh wow, they got special abilities. Slashing, piercing, crushing. Interesting. And we also sorted out our storage. So I brought a load of stuff inside, including a lot of the metals and metal parts, wooden things, bits and pieces, ores and dusts. I've left a whole bunch of stuff outside because we're just not going to need it, like stones, sandstone, thatch, anything to do with planting, buckets, dirt, etc. All out here. And some of the stuff indoors now. So there's a few more things I know we're going to need that I had on my list for the drill machine. Specifically, we're going to need a rope pulley, which is new. So we need a wrought iron sheet, fibre, igneous casing, brass mechanism. Okay. You can put that away with our cart assembler. We're going to need a gear shift, which is something new we've not done before. Igneous casing, cogwheel, redstone. Okay. Gear shifts. Make a couple of those. They're probably going to come in handy. The other expensive item was a cart. 5 sheets. That's 10 ingots. We've got a lot of these linear chassis left over from the first time we did the farm, the bamboo farm. We can use those. And the only other thing I think we're missing is the drill. And the drill is igneous casing. Oh, cast iron ingot. Ooh. At least it isn't. Okay, we're going to need to heat up a whole load of cast iron ingots. So, how many have we got? 11. We can do a small drill. And it's snowing. Haha, look at this. Oh, it's so magical. Where are we now then? January the 1st. Oh my goodness. Happy New Year, everyone. Christmas just blew by and we're already in New Year. And we're still here trying to get this working. So I better check on my crops, see if anything's going to die that I need to rescue. I already did rescue some things. Yeah, this is all dead. Whatever this is, the oak died. Okay. Going to pull up a few things for the winter. Right, how many cast iron ingots did we end up with? 10. 10 cast iron ingots. Which means you can make 10 drills. Need some of this, some of this. I think that's it. 10 drills. Nice. That's not a very big machine, but it'll do for now. And it'll get us more materials to... icicles indoors. Check it out. It'll give us more materials in order to make even more. That's the idea. I think we've got everything we need. So we're going to go somewhere where we can put this together and try it out for the first time. Oh, one last thing I'm missing. I need a rail. Iron rods and a twig. I've got 1 iron rod. How do I make iron rods? Oh no, I need more ingots. I've used them all. Oh, I don't believe it. Okay. We are changing our mind. We're going to get our mining box instead. And we're going to go back to the iron mines. Definitely had a couple of accidents down here with some cave-ins, but man, this mine is still producing. This is my underwater iron mine, and my goodness, there is so much iron down here. Okay, so after the mining exhibition and processing everything, that took some time. Where did I put the drills? So over here, we've made 34 drills now, and we also have 21 more cast iron ingots and 46 wrought iron. Our actual bottleneck now is igneous casing, igneous alloy. To make the casing, which in turn is, you need both a casing and igneous alloy to make the drills. So I need more raw stone and magma. This is the very limited amount of raw stone I have remaining. But yeah, we do end up with all of this extra iron and cast iron as a result, which is great because we're going to need some of this to make the rods. And we can make a rail. Amazing. Oh, it made 32 rails. Goodness. Okay, that makes sense. I thought that was a bit steep for a single rail. Okay. So this is the site of my garnerite mine. Yeah, this is the main mine, but it's pretty exhausted. However, I think we can build the machine here and see if we get any more from it, especially over this area right here. Okay, cart assembler is down. We're going to need a windmill bearing, but that's going to put power underneath. So on top of that, we're going to need a gearbox. Okay, windmill bearing on top. And then we need a block. Okay, that should be enough power. Now we're going to do some cog work. Hopefully that's ramping up the speed enough. Let's quickly turn this on. That looks pretty fast. Okay, so that we're going to need to put into something to turn this on and off, which is what we need the gear shift for. Boom. And on the gear shift we can put a lever. That'll stop it. And on the front of that we put the rope pulley. Boom. So now we should be able to turn this on. Ah. There you go. It's working. It's pulling a single block up and down right now, but you know, you get the idea. So. Now we're going to use our chassis, which we have 21 right now. I'm going to attach that to there. Need them to be that way. Then we're going to need our glue. Let's stick to the bottom. Now drills, they'll get stuck to the underside. Like so. Looks quite menacing, doesn't it? And then on the top side is just where we're going to put our chests. So we'll do this. We'll start off with 6. They're all stuck, and then all of these have got to have a sticky sides of 1. Did that work? Oh, I've got to do all of them. Like that. There we go. Right, now, that's basically our contraption. If you put a rail car down, that lever goes there. So if you do this now, it'll lift up what is connected, which is nothing. It's just this. This is why we've got to stick everything together. And I have done a little bit of testing of this in a creative world, and I know, yes, we can stick, like so. Now if we lift this up and down, no. This is where the super glue really gets me. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but what I do know is that it's very hard to glue these cogs. These cogs aren't gluable. So what we've got to do is just put a whole bunch of blocks in between, basically, that represent the total bounding blocks of all of this stuff. And it should just sort of come with it, as far as I know. Okay, we've got green. Check it out. And then do I need to do that? I think I might. And then we need to do this to this. Okay. Now let's start lifting this up. Ah, you see that? The whole thing moved. I think that means we got it. I think we got everything. The entire thing lifts up, and if we do this, we picked up the entire thing. Here it is. The Minecraft contraption is ready to go. So we just need these two things, and we can place it where we want and set it off, basically. So we're actually going to head off in this direction. Yeah, that's where we want it. And okay, it's down. Whoa, we're off. Wow, that drills fast. Okay. Let's see what happens. We just let this do its thing. It makes a lot of noise. It's going really fast. Wow, I scaled that up properly. it's gone through dirt, gravel, now it's in stone. And if we quickly bring this up, we can check what it's got so far. So there we go. It's just the first little rock, all the gravel, stone. That's all that's going to be in there for the time being. So we're going to send it back down, let it go to a certain depth and see what comes out of it. Okay, let's bring it back up, because you can see down there, that looks like the vein that we were trying to hit, and there seems to be a cave there as well. Unless it's part of my other mine. Not sure. But it's definitely, what we're looking for has been found. And I'm not sure going any further, any deeper is really going to get us much of what we want in this particular spot. So let's bring her up and see what we got. Yoink. Okay. Look at this. Oh, that's silver. Interesting. I was not expecting silver. That's not what I was actually looking for. We're looking for garnerite, I think. I'll probably... Let's turn this off. Let's lift it up and we'll move it over a couple of blocks and put it over here, I think. Let's turn it on and let's send it on down. And this is going to really intersect with our existing mine. There we go. We've got a little bit. Maybe we can get down there with some ladders. Okay, other than that silver over there, which we don't really need, I think we've exhausted what we're going to get out of here. So, yeah, we can take our winnings head on back for the time being and see what we get out of that. Oh no, oh no, oh no, it happened again. And I don't know why. What is going on? Oh man, what did it this time? I have no idea. It looks like the stairs caught on fire. And we need to move them. But yeah, either way, we don't want that to happen again. I'm gonna expand the stone floor out quite a way, I think. Okay, so I already processed all of the nickel, made as much igneous alloy as we could. I made a whole bunch of sails, as a good number of them, with all the burlap cloth we had. And yeah, still cooking up some more stone here to get some magma. That'll help us make more igneous alloy when we get more nickel. And in the meantime, I'm going to use what remaining igneous alloy we have here to make some more linear chassis. That was the bottleneck before. Now we can attach more drills to our machine. So we come back here to the previous drill site and it's all kind of collapsed in there. But I think there's still some potential in this site. So what we're going to do is extend the capabilities of this guy and do a bit more drilling. Okay, so we've added all the drills we've got, added another nearly 2 whole rows there. So I think we're about ready to test this again. Let's turn her on and send it down. So this has been going really well. Look at the size of this hole I have made. I've moved this thing around and around in trying to see if we can get any more garnerite out of this. I've noticed there's a few emeraldy things over there. This is that crevasse that I found after doing my caving over there. Let's bring this back up now and see what we got. I don't think we've got very much. I imagine we're going to have to go back to using the old prospector pick and seeing if we can find some other deposits somewhere else. Yeah, so out of that we got 5 pieces of poor garnerite, 75 millibuckets each, and some emeralds, which I've never been able to mine before because my tools haven't been good enough. Yeah, I've just thrown a whole bunch of entities down there, all of the stone and everything we got from this machine, because we're not going to need to take that home. So yeah, we shows how good a job we did of picking out all of the available ore from this area, because I'm pretty certain that's all we're going to get. So we're going to need to go on the hunt for some more. So down here's my underground iron mine, underwater in fact, and there's still a lot of stuff here and we need iron. So I'm wondering if I should give the mining machine a go down here. I'm not sure how it's going to handle the water though. I guess we'll find out. Okay, I guess the answer with water is the machine is unaffected, which is great. This does give me the opportunity that I've not had before to actually head on down and see what this looks like before I run out of air. Interesting. Okay, overall, that was a very successful little mining trip. There's still loads more iron to get out of here, but we can come back and get that another time. We also got a whole bunch of fishy-based things from all of the sea creatures that fell in there. Got some blubber as well, and a lot of green sand and sandstone, and an awful lot of hematite to make into iron. So I think we're going to head home with all of these and count our winnings back at base. Our iron situation has never been healthier. We've actually run out of room in the chest, so the next priority needs to be to get some more nickel. I actually edited this out from earlier in the episode, but I did cannibalize my windmill here at home in order to power the drilling machine, so I'm just using some of those materials now to put it back together a little bit. It's not quite symmetrical or generating as much power as it could, but it should be enough. That means we can turn on our crushing wheel again and we can start getting to processing all of these amazing ores we've collected. But we're going to do that in between episodes. I'm going to process all of these ores. I'm going to smelt up all of the iron ingots. I'm also going to go out in the world and see if we can find some more nickel, because we need some more igneous alloy, and that is our new bottleneck. Man, so much progress has been made, and next time we're going to make that drilling machine like 4 times as big, I hope, so we don't have to move it as often. We can get more ores all at once in one go, and then we can really speed up the efficiency. Let's just quickly check in on our tree farm as well at the end of the episode, since it's been running this whole time. And yeah, we've got lumber aplenty, all different types. We've got logs aplenty. I think they're even backed up. Yep, we've run out of storage for logs. We've got all different types. Even this is backing up a little bit here. Interesting to see. And how much charcoal have we got? Double chest, and the vault is getting full as well. My goodness, we may actually have to turn off this farm shortly because it's producing like crazy and it's nearly planted. It's probably more than 75% now, close to 80% total coverage in all 3 tree types, and these are growing much faster, so it's only speeding up from here. This is overflowing again. Yep, all of these log bundles have stick bundles ready to burn as well, so it's all a little bit out of control. This farm is so OP, it's crazy. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you all next time. Take care for now. Bye bye.